Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's that time of the week again. Yelling at Robots, episode 15. Joining me today, my co-host and co-pilot, not just on the show, but in life in general. He is my guru, my personal guide, my spiritual advisor, one Ian Thelonious Fosbury. Together,
if I'm all those things, then no wonder Mary's mad at you.
And together we are yelling with the devil. Action!
Get ready. It's time for world-famous Yelling at Robots, starring tech legend Joshua Raphael Reynolds and Ian Thelonious Fosbury. The show starts now.
Just FYI, folks, I'm here in the attic. It is the hottest day of the year in the Hagues thus far. It's probably about 40 degrees Celsius up here. So, and Ian has made me turn off my fan.
You guys don't have AC?
No one has AC in Europe, man.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so this is a thing.
It gets up to 30 degrees and people just start dying, to be honest.
Yeah, the Europeans in America are losing their minds right now because they're all getting a nice taste.
Oh, yeah, they're getting a sample. Sure.
They're getting a sample
like,
of that.
God,
they're getting their.
nice.
There's also apparently a problem of Europeans trying to smuggle large bottles of ranch dressing around the country or out of the country.
It is pretty good. I mean, once you've had a taste, they're going to get spoiled. This is just going to be, once again,
Your
US.
Caesar dressing.
Or Caesar dressing. No, this is a unique, beautiful American export. In fact, in Europe, they don't call it Cool Ranch Doritos. They call it American Doritos. American-style Doritos?
American
it's something,
Doritos.
It's like cool. No, it's Cool American. That's what it is. Cool American Doritos. And it's like, yeah, this is one of the best things we've ever done as a nation.
Amazing.
Greetings, Foz. Greetings to you, brother. Here we are for another show. Oh, and by the way, sorry, let me just go ahead and start a timer. Foz, you want to tell the people about what I have instituted and foisted? Oh,
we're trying timers again. That's what happens. It sounds like this time he's just going a hard 30 minutes. And
30
we're not
minutes.
doing timing per segment.
We're not. Nope. No timing per segment. 30 minutes, and I just jumped. And there was someone was at the door. This is cutting into our time, by the way. 30 minutes, and I mean, hey, timer's timing. God, how do I set the timer for 30 minutes? I'm using a meditation timer, so it gives me a nice kind of like boom at the end. Yeah, it's going to be pretty sweet. Okay, timer has begun. There's 26 minutes left. I'm just estimating.
Oh, wow. He's okay. He's not doing 30 starting now.
No.
I mean, according to the clock here, it says 3:08. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like you sandbagged a minute there.
Then the timer is 29 minutes, man. And once that timer goes off, it is, all right, folks, thanks for joining us.
He won't even get that. He's just going to hang up.
It depends who's talking. If you're talking, hard out. If I'm
Just
talking.
leave me here by myself.
Yeah, well.
All right, I got to go.
Yeah. Today we're going to talk about two topics, and two topics only. We'll talk about just the dumpster fire of Meta. What has happened at Meta, and we'll also talk about loops. Loops.
Let's catch up with the boys while they chat about nothing in particular.
You know, we're in a group chat with some old colleagues. Lovely conversations happening in there, and somebody was kind of talking to Foz about our podcast.
No, Timo wasn't talking. He asked me a question, and I asked him, "Is this what you mean?" And then we got into a little thing. But it wasn't even a little thing. Love you, Timo. I was in a mood.
You know, you poke the bear and you're going to get mauled, Timo. Remember that, pal. Needless to say, and this is, I think we'll get into this when we kind of get into our witty banter. We'll talk about kind of our own usage and attitude towards AI. This is something else that also came up in the podcast, just in terms of like, are we naysayers? Are we haters? This is Alexi, the conversation with Alexi kind of about, did you not pick, was that not your?
Oh, you mean about the last episode?
Yeah.
Oh, how we set Fable up for failure?
We set Fable up for failure.
Buddy, I think your premise was fine. You were like, I was told this is AGI. Show me.
Yeah, prove it, Fable.
Although I was at a Databricks conference all week. I sent you the screenshot. Apparently AGI is here, according to their CEO. Slide in the show notes.
It's yeah, but that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird to have.
It was such it was such a false premise that he was, because he put up one of the benchmark questions, the 2,500 stupid benchmark questions, and it was like a really complicated like postdoc mathematics question.
Oh, okay.
That most of them can solve now. And he was like, "Can anyone in the audience, does anyone know what the answer is?" And I was like, "No, of course." Like 2 people raise their hands because play.
That's Databricks. No, it's Databricks. These are math nerds. Right?
Yeah, but my problem is that like I know that guy to be like a technical co-founder, CEO. Like he's the co-founder of Databricks, and he's an engineer.
I don't think it's even that. I mean, we've talked about AI psychosis. Like, never underestimate the power of delusion when using these magic chaos machines. It's like,
right.
Yeah. I was listening to a great podcast today. I think it's called Galaxy Brain, but it was Cory Doctorow. Have you gotten into Cory Doctorow at all? He's a writer.
Great band name, that's for sure.
And
Galaxy Brain.
Galaxy Brain. Oh yeah, that is it might also
awesome
be a band
name.
They're a band and podcasters, and they interview tech podcasts.
Oh wait, actually?
No. We are Galaxy Brain. No, so they were talking to Cory Doctorow, who, he was one of the creators of a very early fantastic blog called Boing Boing, and writes opinion pieces, things like that on technology. But he's also the person who coined the term enshittification, the term and the concept of enshittification. And he was talking...
wait. Yes, I know who that is. Yes.
He's got a book called Enshittification, and I think he's also got a book called The Reverse Centaur. I can't remember what the second part of that is.
So I'm trying to picture what that is in my head.
Yeah, no.
Okay, I think I got it.
Well, the reverse centaur. So centaurs are humans whose work is augmented by machine in some way, shape, or form. But reverse centaur is this concept of humans there to serve machines. So humans as in service of machine. So it's kind of, and the parallel that he drew, or kind of the example he drew, was Amazon delivery drivers. Yeah. What a slow push. Yes. Amazon delivery drivers, which essentially, I didn't know how intensely instrumented their vans were, but the vans yeah. And it's kind of like, so the frame basically is that, they're really there in service of the machine that is the logistics machine, a logistics software that is saying when packages need to be where and how long they have to deliver and whatnot. And it's horrible and it's awful and it's dystopian.
Sucks. I've never thought about it this way, and this feels really bad.
It feels bad, man. It feels bad. Yes, the reverse centaur is not. It's definitely not like a delightful sex position. No, not at all. But somebody's getting f***ed, and it's. So, anyway, yeah. So this is, I mean, I'll grab a copy of the book and see if I can have a read through, because this is the kind of stuff and the kind of just critique thinking conversations that I think are really important in the world in which we're living right now. 19 minutes, 33 seconds left. Should we get to our first topic?
Probably.
Always keep an AI clone handy to take the blame. Meta sucks.
For those of you who haven't heard, Meta did some more layoffs.
For those of you who haven't heard, Meta f***ing sucks. Meta still f***ing sucks, but it's gone so f***ing mental inside that...
Insane.
It is, yeah. Okay, so please go ahead.
Their CTO says he's never seen morale in their engineering organization this low.
Of course not.
That's crazy. Their own CTO is saying that.
Yeah.
And then, wait, don't worry though. We're going to fix it because you guys are going to get some free snacks.
I saw his interventions. I did also see the interventions that he mentioned, and I was like, well, we're bringing the foosball table back. So good news. Yeah. You are still going to be. So actually, this is a perfect example. These metaverse employees who are being forced to do data labeling, those are reverse centaurs. This is definition.
Yes. So one of the other, so it's not just the layoffs.
So let's get into the details. Yeah,
that's a very good point. More dystopian is that they've taken, there was a really great full newsletter from our old friend Gurley Oroge. But what one of the more crazy things that's happened is they laid off 10% of their engineering team, 20 to 30% of their engineering team has just been reassigned to full-time data labeling. So
You know
basically,
what? We don't think you feel enough about having all your friends fucked.
Yeah.
We're also going to make you sit in front of a computer screen and tag data all day.
Just tag data. Just like
baby.
Just,
You know what I would do, Foz, would be I would get the agent to tag the data for me. So I would actually use my Claude subscription and be like, Claude, tag all this data.
yeah. So they've done that, and he's has many contacts at all these companies because he's been in the biz for a long time.
He knows
Very
everyone.
well-respected
It's amazing.
person.
Yeah.
And
He
so
knows everyone.
in the article, what he talks about in his newsletter, which is, sorry, I forgot to say the name, Why is Meta Destroying Its Engineering Organization? He talks about, outside of that, what are we at now? 30% plus 10%, 40%. The other 60% are just sitting around anxiously waiting for either getting laid off or being reassigned to data labeling. And it has created this horrible death spiral of people working there. One of the things in his newsletter that he shows is that the signups, because obviously you can see the signups for like these sites like interviewing.io and that sort of stuff. You can see things from people's resumes, or if they're using their facebook.com email. The signups from Meta have just exploded in the past month and a half.
Folks, piece of advice when you are applying for a job outside of your current job, do not use your work email. Just a suggestion. They might be watching. And then you're double data labeling, motherfucker. Like, we're not just going to make you label data. We're going to make you label, like, the most horrendous.
Or also, too, people are going to see that you're from Meta and they're going to be like, you're going to offer you a job as a data labeler.
Oh, the irony. The terrible, bitter irony. It's like, yeah.
But he goes through a lot of stuff in his newsletter talking about a lot of different crazy stuff. But one thing that he did mention that I had forgotten about was the Instagram snafu of what feels like years ago, but was 3 weeks ago or something like that, where their new AI bot was just like, hey, you want to reset your password? And you're like, yeah, please, here's my email. And it's like, sure thing. That's definitely the email on the account. Not, and gives you a password reset link, and now you are the captain of Obama's Instagram.
Yeah. It was also like right before the Obama Presidential Library launched, so it's just like, guys, timing, come on.
But the interesting thing that he talks about is, again, because he's spoken to people on the inside, is that issue was definitely AI was at the heart of that outage.
Of course.
It was just
absolutely.
shipping code nobody was looking at and all that fun stuff. The interesting thing about that is that this entire article he's talking about that Meta actually used to have one of, if not the best, engineering cultures in Silicon Valley. And it has just gone straight down the toilet. Yeah. It's pretty sad.
The thing to remember about Mark Zuckerberg, the Zuck, who we like to kick and take the piss on. You take the piss at? What do we take the? How do you take out? Take the piss out. I'd rather take the piss on, to be honest. Like, you could keep your piss. I've got more for you.
Okay, Kelly.
This is my kink. But it's only billionaires. That's the problem. It's like, my kink is only...
It's really hard and expensive.
It's only pissing on billionaires, and finding a billionaire is really hard to get off. Where 9 minutes and 12 seconds. So Mark Zuckerberg, interesting thing about Mark Zuckerberg, and I'm not sure what this would look like. He has retained, I think, total control, and it's an extremely weak board of directors at
is
Meta.
It's like a Snapchat situation.
If Snapchat is basically like the CEO has total power and the board is
100%.
just a rubber stamp.
Not even sharehours have no voting rights at Snapchat.
Yes, it's the same at Meta, I believe. And crazy. So it's like, Mark the Zuck gets an idea and is like, no, we're pushing the chips all in, and there's no breaks. There's nobody to break him, and I think as a result, you see him kind of breaking his company and breaking a lot of people in the course of it. And the crazy thing to me is Meta, like horrible company, by the way, doing awful things to human existence and attention, but extremely profitable. Like great business, great line of business, super profitable. They didn't need to do jack shit. It's all ego and billionaire like desire and totally.
But then they've also done all the capex in the last 12 months on data centers and stuff. Like they're in a Google situation where they're like they're extremely profitable, and they had a mountain of cash behind them. Yeah, the mountain is almost gone.
I mean, that still was the beginning. Like that also did not need to happen. That amount of capital expenditure. Like they could have just done other stuff with that money and like let someone else do the AI stuff. Like you clearly suck at it. So anyways,
shout out to Apple. Just don't play.
Yes. And here they are. This is, by the way, this is like a classic Apple play, is to not be first and not be the innovators. Be patient and then come in and be like, yeah, okay. Yeah, we can actually make this good, and do their thing. And we'll see. I hear the new Siri is pretty top. So we will, at least compared to the old Siri, but that's not saying much. So we shall see. Okay, 6 minutes and 54 seconds. Loops.
If you haven't mastered agent loops to do all the things, you're a stupid piece of shit.
Anyways, loops. Yeah.
Loops.
I haven't done much. I'm just okay. So I think I searched for loops in Twitter, and now my entire freaking feed is loops. Figure out how to do loops. Boris from Claude, it's saying, I don't write code, I write loops. Surprise. Guy from Anthropic says that you should be using
more
loops
tokens
to run your loops.
No. He says you should be using
by the
more
way,
tokens.
A harness is just a loop. Jesus Christ. Yeah,
but a harness is a loop that stops too often. This is the thing. It's like
right,
what you want
that's their
is
problem.
Loops.
They want to keep the money printer running.
Money printer go burp.
I'm sick and tired of hearing Anthropic and OpenAI people tell us about how we should be using the agents. Yeah. And every recommendation is like, oh, do this because it'll be so much more productive. And by the way, you'll be giving us all your money.
It's exhausting, it's annoying, and it's a little insulting. And
I would like to try loops. I'm not doing it just out of spite.
Well, no, and this is kind of like you look at Peter Steinberger, the creator of OpenClaw, who works for OpenAI now, who's posting that, he's got loops. He has a whole software factory so he claims, of agents, building agents, doing things, building software, like full software factory. And he's spending, 1.2, 1.3 million bucks in tokens a month on that. Well, great loops, man. Like,
cool loop, bro.
Well, cool. Cool loop, bro. Also, well, one, like, can we see any of the software? Like, what are you actually making, for one? Yeah. And two, it's like, what are the returns on the software that you've made with your $1.5 million bucks?
Also, great question.
Yeah. Well, and it's like, and finally, this is a luxury you have by nature of where you are. And I wonder, for kind of Boris, the interviews I've seen with Boris, he seems like a very nice guy. He does usually seem like he's incredibly high. Like, I don't know. He just is, what else is he going to do while the agents are doing everything for you? Hey, man, I just tell him what to do. I make a loop and then I light a spleef, That's but they've got to be totally disconnected from reality because they don't face any restrictions on their token use, and they have access to all the best models. And I'll make a loop for Mythos because I can, and great. But the other part, and I think what you're tapping into, which is also just the hype train is moving so fast, and there's so much momentum behind it that it's any words that are uttered out of any of these guys. Like, Boris gave one talk and said something about loops, and now it is flooded with, if you're not doing loops, and it's like, and it's like, it is exhausting, but also it's like, what do you do? I don't know. Like, there's nothing to do. There's nothing
you make
to do.
A loop.
Just let it. The only way to stop a loop is to out-loop it. I don't know how we do that. All right, folks, we're nearing the end of the show. Foz, any thoughts? Do you want to give any closeout on the loops? Any?
We like to close.
You want to close the loop? Yeah, you want to close the loop?
No. It's good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, you too. 56 seconds. Any thoughts on the... Any thoughts on the new format? Any feedback on the new format for the show? And by the
I'll
way,
wait for the
folks,
final cut before I pass judgment.
could be amazing. Could be that the time pressure might just make us sharp as goddamn like samurai swords. Oh yeah, and so just for those of you who are watching, I want one word, by the way, for our listen watchers. Yes, I've basically convinced Foz, cajoled, pressured Foz to, for the next 5 episodes, 6 episodes, have this hard 30-minute limit and see if we can just bang them out. This is kind of a way also for me to just lighten my edit load.
Just trying to get caught up on work.
I'm just trying to get caught. I got so much work to do. And this is like another full-time job. Cool. Well, thanks for joining us. This has been another episode of Yelling at Robots, speed running edition. That's a wrap. Oh, it was stuck. It was stuck.
You just survived another episode of Yelling at Robots. Better luck next time.